So we're back at the same quiz we were working on in the previous video, and like I said, you can add your additional questions by clicking create a new question or clicking the plus sign below the last question that you created. But you also can teleport questions. It sounds very Star Trek Next Generation, but what you can do is pull in questions from other pre-made assessments that have already been created by other users and put them into your quiz. So it's a little different than modifying somebody's quiz, taking that quiz and then making it your own. This allows you to just select questions from whatever quiz is out there. And the title of your quiz actually has a lot to do with what's going to come up when I click teleport. So when I click teleport over here, because I named this very vaguely and I just put math pretest, it picks up any tests or quizzes that are already in the database that sort of match that. So if I want to be a little bit more specific, had I called this more specific to what we were going to be testing on, solve for X, we would get more fine-tuned quizzes to pick from. So you can see now that I selected solve for X, I can now search any of these other quizzes that are in the database that have a similar name. So again, if you click on any of the quizzes that pop up, you will see the questions that are in here. So I'm just going to click on a few to see if any of them kind of correlate to what I'm going to be doing. So a lot of these do look similar, so I'm going to teleport this one in. So once I'm on here, all I have to do is hover on the question, click add, and that question will then go in. And just because I'm adding that question doesn't mean I can't make changes to it. Once it's in my quiz, I can click the edit button next to that question, and then I can make any changes that I need to it. So you'll probably get a lot of different options down here. I'll click on a few more, so you can see there are other ones in here that I could add. And again, just by clicking add, it will automatically put it into my quiz. Okay, so I'm going to get out of this by clicking this arrow here. Here are the two questions that I added. And I can either click the edit button to make any changes to these questions if I want, or I can trash them if I decide I don't want them. You will notice that the time frame for these questions is different than mine. The person who authored those questions changed it to 60 seconds, so that's something also you want to pay attention to when you teleport questions in. And that's basically it. So when you create a new quiz, you can either do the new question and add your own, or you can teleport questions in, or do a little bit of both. Once you're done, if you're ready to go, if you're still planning on editing this, you would click the exit button so that you could then go back to editing it. If you are done with it and you're just ready to save everything because you're about ready to run it, you can click finish quiz. And then all you're going to do is select an appropriate grade. And English, you don't need to put anything here if you don't want to. We're going to save it. And if you wanted to share this with other teachers, you could do this here, but we're not going to do that. So now this quiz will live in our My Quizzes. So you can see here it's math pretest. If you want this quiz to be organized into your collections, you can click the little folder button over here, and I can put it in my math folder, and now it's been organized as well. So that's a little bit of a summary of how to create a quiz using the teleport method.